Welcome to the Kids Nutrition meeting that we're having for our little health chat. I'm going to go through a demonstration about Shaklee and why we trust them and love them for our kids. So, I am a mom of a 4.5-year-old. I love him dearly. I will say that in the beginning it was a really tough time for us. He was sick often, and I was very fortunate that someone told me about Shaklee. And to this day, I am amazed, I am in love with Shaklee for what it has done, not only for my son, but for my entire family. And I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for those who introduced me to Shaklee. So I'm a Shaklee mom. We have a great community of moms. We have a Shaklee Moms Facebook page of 1,100 strong moms that I started back 2 years ago. And you know, the best part of it all is we're just a community who really cares about what we give our kids, what we put in our kids, and how we are able to take care of them in a healthy way through Shaklee. I'm going to go through some things here that you may not know of. One is a number of overweight children and teens has doubled in the past 10 years. Type 2 diabetes is on the rise. The average 13-year-old school age has asthma. We're seeing a lot of these particular adult diseases in children, and it's really sad that this is happening to our youth. So this is a great way. 9 out of 10 Americans fall short in nutrients in their diet, especially for kids. You know, are they eating 9 to 10 servings of vegetables a day? Most are not. So, do your children get sick often like mine did, have growing pains? It's a common story I hear often of kids having growing pains or hurting legs or stuff like that. Are they eating the fruits and veggies? Are they suffering from allergies, asthma, chronic ear infections? Thank goodness my son has not had an ear infection since we got on a Shaklee regimen, and that's a big one because today, you're always hearing kids having ear infections and getting tubes in their ears because that's what the doctors are recommending when it is occurring often. Do they suffer from mood swings or erratic behavior, suffer from learning challenges or poor concentration? If this sounds like you, I hope that you will really listen to some of this good information we're going to show you. So there's 4 things you can get from building health. What are they? Vitamins, minerals, proteins, and essential fatty acids. That's really it. And I love this graphic where you see the Oscar Mayer and they give you those packaged things that we buy in a store to put in their lunchbox, and it's scary, but that's
Jake was in school and
yeah, it's processed food that's not giving them the nutrients that they need. So we always say that there's only one disease, and that's malfunctioning disease. And some people say it's dis-ease, right? Because that's what's happening to us. And this is a book that this doctor wrote. It's an excellent book on Never Be Sick Again. And he talks about the exposure to toxins in our homes. He talks about the lack of nutrients in our food. And the good news, Shaklee can help you with that. So this is one of our first main products. It is the Shaklee Incredivites and the Mighty Smarts. My son takes this every single day, and thank goodness he does. A little information about the Incredivites. This is everything. All these fruits and vegetables is what would be included in your Incredivite. It's got 23 essential nutrients in it, which are very heard of. Most are around 19, 18 nutrients in a vitamin. One of the greatest things I love about this is that this is the first multivitamin with a immune supporting power called lactoferrin in it. So that's really important. I'm going to talk about that in a second. It also has 600 IUs of vitamin D, plus calcium, plus vitamin K, and a lot more. Another favorite thing that I love about this particular vitamin is that it's made with xylitol, which recently is coming about of how that's so helpful in just your teeth alone. I use it on my toothpaste. We added here, you know, it's a great additor as opposed to artificial sweeteners or, you know, regular fructose sugar. So love this for that particular reason, because it does not promote cavities, where there are several companies out there who offer gummy bears or such, and they're finding that their kids are getting cavities because of it, which is really sad. So what is lactoferrin in the Incredivites? Lactoferrin is actually something that is in our breast milk, believe it or not. It is something that helps protect against bacteria and fungus and parasites in the intestines. It helps reduce infection. Studies show that it can help be a preventative for cancer. It enhances intestinal absorption, especially iron absorption, which is important for children. And it allows those immune cells in the intestines to go, fighting all those bad bacteria and infections that we get. So this is the Mighty Smarts. This is like a little chew. It's almost like a Starburst, an orange chew. And it is 100% natural, pure DHA. We all know that it's important to have fish in our diet for having the DHA and I believe it's the EPA. And their benefits for especially like inflammatory. So if your child has asthma and you need to really be aware of the inflammation that happens, this is a great thing to add in. My son will actually use the actual Omega Guards that we use as adults, and he'll chew them and spit the jacket out. So he goes a little bit back and forth between this one and that one, but he gets his fish oil every single day. I love that this is tested, and I'm going to talk about Shaklee and why they're different than any other company in a minute, but they test this over 100,000 million times in its purity, so you can really trust Shaklee in that aspect. One other thing I wanted to point out is that nowadays, I'm fortunate that my son does eat fish. However, the fish today has a lot of toxicity in it, especially if it's farm raised. And we all know, and we're becoming more aware that there's a lot of things in our fish when it's farm raised or produced in such a way that it's not all that healthy for us anymore. So that's kind of a scary thing, especially with the mercury and all the things that are happening in the ocean these days. You just don't know. So it's great that Shaklee really tests to make sure that this is safe for children. This is a great product that Shaklee offers. This is called the Chewable CalMeg. Magnesium is like a natural tranquilizer for anybody, and we also have it in our osteomatrix as well. But the calcium and magnesium is something that you can add at their bedtime or like right after dinner, and it just helps bring them down and relax them so that they have a good restful sleep. And we all have, if you're a mommy, you know this picture well. It does help. So versus using the melatonin, which is a hormone, which can be a disruptor for kids and not really that safe, they're finding out. You're starting to see studies come out that melatonin is really not a good thing to give your children to make them go to bed. So, what do you do when you get the flu or food poisoning? These are some recommendations that Shaklee offers, and I'm going to just say that one of the important things is the probiotic. Probiotic is like this little tiny pearl that you can take. It's very easy for them to swallow in a straw. I usually let Holden take a glass of water with a straw. I don't even tell him it's in there, and he sucks it right down. But also, we also have the probiotic in our Life Shake, which he also has every day. But these are some of the things that we recommend, and these are some of the things that I do. Is I always make sure he gets probiotic. He has his chewable vitamin C, his alfalfa, and his Incredivites in his shake every single day. And especially at this time of year, I kind of up the chewable vitamin C into his shake. I also occasionally will add a vitamin D3 if we've had a lot of rain and he hasn't been outside much. And I add the alfalfa because he does have allergies. So I do that every single day for him to make sure that his immune system stays strong. And so far, since the beginning of school until now, he has been good. He's had a few sniffles here and there, but I've nipped it in the bud, and I'm just so fortunate and so lucky that I don't have a child who's constantly sick. And we haven't been to the doctor since his last well visit last March, which is, cross my fingers, not all wet. So another thing that's really helpful when you do have the flu is garlic. I can't stress enough how important that is. Now, yes, it's a little tricky to get a child to chew garlic, but what I do with the garlic that we offer is I will actually grind it up in my little grinder and I'll sprinkle it on toast and make a garlic toast for him. Because raw garlic, yeah, raw garlic can be a little strong for a child. So, and you want it to be a raw garlic because that's where the real properties are. As far as like they say, if you have, I can't remember, I think it's like six tablets of garlic from Shaklee, it will equal a dose of an antibiotic. So garlic is really important. And it's funny, my grandfather was a very big one on garlic, and he was part of the Holocaust, and that was what they did to, that's what they ate to keep themselves healthy, is raw garlic, which is crazy. So he swears by it, and of course he lived to be 96 years old, so it was good. But there's some other options. The Defend and Resist is something that I will add in if Holton starts to sniffle or something starts to come awry, and you start to see that they're kind of feeling low on their energy and they might be getting sick. Defend and Resist is a great product, and then of course some of the Performance, which is a great hydrator, along with our Vitalized Immunity. So let me go through a couple of these. We're going to go through some. So here's the Garlic Complex. It's traditionally used as an antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral, anti-inflammatory. I try and take one myself every 2 or 3 days just to keep myself healthy. It's great if you start to get a scratchy throat, or if you have pneumonia, God forbid. Garlic is really key. Defend and Resist. I love the Defend and Resist because it has your elderberry in it. It's got your larch root in it. It has your echinacea in it. It also has zinc in it. So, and black.
Cohosh.
No, it's a black elderberry.
That's for labor.
So, it's a really great product. This is something that you use if you feel like you're coming down with something. And of course, this is for adults as well. But I will I will make a vitamin water for my son where I will actually mix the Defend and Resist. I will add in some chewable vitamin C's. I'll mix it into the Performance. I will occasionally add a vitamin D into it and crush it all up for him and make a little juice for him. And I could throw in his vitamins if he hadn't had that yet. And it's great. And he always says, Mommy, can you make me one of those Shaklee juices? I'm not feeling good. And he'll have one, and he feels great. And he asks for it because he knows that it makes him feel better. And it's funny how kids do that. They know when something is good for them. They'll request it. That's the vitamin water, yes. Vitalized Immunity. This is a new product that we got last year. This is like equal to 16 oranges, as you can see here. But it also has other vitamins in it. Just to give you an idea, there's an herbal blend of ginger and echinacea and I'm not familiar with some of these other ones, Forsythia and whatnot. You have your vitamins in here. There's 1,000 IUs of vitamin C. It also has some of the zinc, the magnesium, and I love this, and it has the listing in it, which is also really great. This is a wonderful product. I have found actually that there are people that will, try this when they're feeling not so great, and within literally a half an hour, they really feel a difference, that they feel much better. It's just a great product. I ordered like 3 of them in my last order because I love them so much. But I actually will break this in half, and I will put it in my son's tea in the morning. He likes to drink tea in the morning. Lovely Kirsten's tea. He does the chocolate mint cacao tea with the robius in it, which is a great tea, and I'll add the Vitalized Immunity in it. Yes, he's great. So we love the Vitalized Immunity. Here's some other options for those who can't swallow a pill, or if they're babies even. We have a liquid leaf, so this is a liquid vitamin. Here's our chewable vitamin C, and then of course the alfalfa, which the alfalfa is one of Shaklee's signature products. It is an amazing product for any type of itis. bronchitis, arthritis, bursitis. There's so many things that Shaklee the alfalfa can help you with, but more so with allergies and asthma. So if you're finding that you're battling a child who has asthma or has bad allergies, this is a really great product to substitute versus using drugs. So moving right along, children's health. As you can see here, this is our performance. This was designed originally for the astronauts in space. They called it Astrolabe. It is a hydrator, performance drink, kind of like your Gatorade or your Pedialyte. The difference is this has no artificial flavors or sweeteners or added preservatives. This is all artificial, along with the sucralose and red dye and blue dye and God knows what else. So it's kind of scary that this is really marketed towards kids, but it is. And it's just something that, a great replacement, which is your performance. Then there's also meal shakes, and this is what I started holding out when he was really young, was the meal shakes. There are times when our children will not eat their dinner, their lunch, their breakfast, and when that happens, I would make him a shake. This is like a complete meal replacement, and I'm just going to grab the thing over here for the meal shakes, and it's 240 calories a shake. It's really delicious. My son loves it. It comes in chocolate and vanilla, so hot chocolate or chocolate milk, he gets like as a treat, and he loves the meal shakes. And I feel good because even though he didn't eat his dinner that night, I know that he got a complete nutrition in his particular meal for that time. But you can, I'm just going to read here. It's like a wholesome instant breakfast. It's a great inexpensive meal in a hurry, so it's a great fast food, way better than McDonald's. Nutrition-packed meal supplements for athletes. It can be a delectable snack at any time of the day, and ideal for people watching their cholesterol or sodium. It's very complete in its nutrients, and it really tastes great. So the meal shakes are great. Some people will use this for senior citizens. This is like a great replacement for like a Pediasure or stuff like that. So this is also something that I recommend, and you can add like a good avocado for healthy fats into it. There's a lot of things you can add, some whole foods into it while you make your shake. So we love the meal shakes.
When Jan Tar, who you've all met, her daughter made her own baby formula
with the meal shakes.
With the meal shake, the Vitally, lecithin, GLA. There was another ingredient. She made her own additive.
Right. There's actually a recipe that we use, Shaklee moms use as a way of making a formula for babies, which is great because the formulas today have so much junk in them, and it's kind of scary that they're offering that to babies. There's a lot of things with the system that we don't, as moms, are becoming more awake and being aware about. So what makes Shaklee completely different than any company out there is what is on this slide. And it says here, we believe Shaklee holds the nature to the answers of healthy and productive life. By using pure and potent ingredients and the foremost scientific research, we formulate nutrition products that are truly life-enhancing. And here's why I trust Shaklee. One of them is they do 350 tests on every new botanical ingredient that is harmful or contaminated for pesticides and other residues. They do more than 250 tests for pesticides than what the United States Pharmaceuticopeia requires. I think it's 80 they require, and Shaklee goes beyond that with another 250. They do over 100,000 quality tests to ensure their purity and their potency. They do more than $300 million in research and development. They have 125 published scientific papers and scientific presentations that are peer-reviewed in journals, which is a great, I think nobody comes close to that particular number. Most companies have maybe 10 or 20, but Shaklee has 125, and that's very impressive. Another impressive thing that Shaklee has is that they have a 20-year study that they did Shaklee users evaluated in a landmark study had remarkably better health than non-supplement users. And it's a really great study called the Landmark Study, where what they did was they had those who were taking Shaklee supplements, those who weren't taking any supplements, and those who took only single supplements. And it showed that the Shaklee users had better biomarkers than those who didn't take any supplements at all. And the scary part was those who even took single supplements actually had worse biomarkers than those who took no supplements. So that goes to show you our vitamin industry is very scary. It's not regulated, and you have to be careful what you buy. Last but not least, there's some other things that I love. They have planted over 1 million trees, and they're one of the first companies since the year 2000 to become the world's first climate neutral certified company, which basically means Shaklee does not leave a footprint on the earth. Everything they do, everything they make is all green and 100% recycled. All right, going on, how is your kid's environment? So I'm going to talk about chemicals in your home for a second, because as much as it's important about what you put in your body, but what is around you and gets on your body is also important. For instance, laundry detergent. Baby skin is 5 times thinner and more permeable than adult skin, which makes babies more susceptible to toxins. And this is really scary. 287 industrial chemicals have been found in umbilical cords of 10 newborns. This came out, I guess, about a year ago when you saw this test. This is, poison that you find in shampoos and lotions and in your laundry detergent. Phthalates, fragrance, which are endocrine disruptors. PBA, you're starting to see people be a lot more aware of the plastics that are being used today. So, are you living in a toxic home? That's what mine used to look like. Yeah. The average American home contains over 62 toxic chemicals in their home. Do you know that I believe, and I'm not sure if it's written up here, but your air inside of your house and in your home is more dangerous than outside. How crazy is that? So here's some, this is a great little test. This was done by Dr. Doris Rapp, who's an MD. She wrote a book about handwriting and how your handwriting can show a lot of things that's happening for you. And I'm just going to blow this up a little bit. This is a handwriting example of a child that was exposed to Pine Sol and Lysol. And you can see there's a couple of things they wrote backwards or whatever. And then handwriting, after they stopped using their cleaners, you can see how clean it is.
This was an independent study. This was just done.
This is it's not a Shaklee study.
This is a third-party study.
This is a handwriting after they reintroduced the cleaners to see if it was really the cleaners effect, and you can see how it gets sloppy again. I know a Shaklee mom who noticed that every time she put on her dishwasher at home, her son became very aggressive, kind of got snappy, was, screaming, and just became kind of mean and uncontrollable, and she just couldn't understand why. And then she kind of did an experiment where she used Shaklee's dishwasher, and it seemed to be fine. And then she went back and tried her, I won't say the name of what she was using, and saw this particular behavior again. So the fumes coming out of her dishwasher when she was washing her dishes, she was noticing that it was changing her son's behavior. And that's really scary. And what's really scary is that there's a lot of mommies that don't know that. Here they are running and going through their head of what's going on with my child when they don't even realize that the dishwasher that they're running is what's causing some of the issues for children. So cleaners in your home are kind of scary. This is another big one, asthma. There's so many children that are diagnosed with asthma today, and a lot of it is environmentally induced. And that really has to do with, the products and the cleaners that we're using in our homes. So this is Shaklee's Get Clean Kit. One of my favorite things and what kind of turned me on to Shaklee in the beginning was being able to use safe cleaners in my home for my son. We've got laundry detergent, we've got a germicide wipe, we've got Nature Bright, which replaces your bleach. We have a great dishwash, and if you're spraying your child's high chair with Fantastic, that's really scary, and you really need to do your research to see what that's doing and infecting them. Just remember, their skin is thinner, and those chemicals are getting into their body much easier. So I'm just gonna hit this. Oh, there we go. Whoops. So these are some of the things that come all in the Get Clean Starter Kit. They even give you some accessories like a little caddy, some spray bottles, a dropper, measuring cups, cleaning supplies, a couple of cloths, a pad, and they give you these dispensers to refill because they don't believe in sending you plastic every time you need to replenish whatever you run out of. So 100% guaranteed. Shaklee offers a guarantee on all their products. Doesn't matter if you've been using them and whatever, you decide you don't like them, they'll give you your money back, no questions asked, no line, deadline, you have to use it by 30 days, otherwise XYZ. They really do believe in their products, and if they're not for you, well then that's, they're not for you. But they will guarantee that you will love their products, and so far I have never had one customer complain or return anything. So there are 3 ways to join in Shaklee. We have called our membership. This is where you use your products, or you can be a share and earn, or you can build a business. So you can either use, share, or build. And in the membership, which is normally $19.95, but we do have a lot of regimens that come with free memberships, such as our Get Clean Kit. You'll get free membership. Or if you find you like the products and you find that you might be sharing them with your friends, a way for you to make a little bonus and pay for some of the products that you want to buy is to use our share and earn. And we have this particular package here is $349. It's a value of $700 worth of product that you'll get at half the price, and it allows you to get a bonus check. And then of course, if you want to be a business builder like myself and like all my lovely friends here, this is a great pack along with our Super Gold pack. So this is the Gold Plus, this is the Super Gold Plus. This gives you a chance to try a little bit of everything that Shaklee that Shaklee offers. It's a great way to familiarize yourself with what Shaklee has and try a little bit of everything that they offer. Even our skincare line is amazing. So those are the 3 ways that you can use Shaklee. And who wouldn't want to make $1,000 to $5,000 per month? Would that make a difference to you? I will tell you that it's made a big difference for me. This is a part-time thing for me at the moment, and it's allowing me to pay for my car payment, pay for all of Holton's extracurricular activities, allows me to just have that freedom of not having to get a full-time job and not be home for him. So I really am blessed that I found Shaklee. It's really given me the freedom to stay home with my son. So this is a little bit more of a detail of our gold pack. And of course, when you become a distributor, you buying from yourself. And why not buy from yourself? Why go buy from a Costco or a Walmart and let them take your money? Why not buy from yourself healthy products? It just makes more sense to me. So same thing here. This is our Gold Plus pack again. And this also comes with a global regional registration and 2 regional conference rates. This gives you a website that you'll be able to have. This is a great package and one that I had started with. And then of course, I always say join us. If you want a new direction in your family, if you're looking for something part-time, if you would like to have that extra cash to pay a car payment or be able to save money for Disney World, this is a great avenue, and who wouldn't want better health in their life as well on top of it? So it just really makes for a perfect marriage for a business. So ask yourself, are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? I was, and I really thank God that I found Shaklee. So thank you very much. I hope that you found this to be helpful. I think that's my last slide, yes. So thank you very much for coming, and if anyone has any questions, please go ahead and ask. And we'll see you on the flip side of Shaklee.